That's a nice one. God, it feels so good, guys. Like it really, nice one on the hover rig. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Kind of an exciting day for me. I always love to start rigging rods for the start of the tournament season. That's what we got going on right now. I've got Sam Rayburn it's really only a few days away at this point. So I got a lot of work to do to get fully prepped for that. But one of the things I do is I rig up all my rods for the first event. And it's going to be a little bit different. Sam Rayburn in the past was very much a power fishing lake, but with the advent of forward facing sonar, a lot more finesse techniques are going to be in play in this tournament. So I'm down here. I've got a ton of rods to rig. The first thing I like to do is pull all of my old line off the reels that I had from this previous season. So it doesn't matter if it's braid, fluorocarbon, monofilament. I'm going to take it off, and I like to start the year with fresh, new line. So we're doing that. We're going to start with our spinning reels, and I'm going to be putting on a brand new line from Berkley. It's the forward braid. I've been very fortunate to test this for the second half of this past year. I'm going to say, I don't recall exactly when I got it. I know it was over the summer. And a lot of you've seen me using it. You just didn't know I was using it. So, if you watch the video where I built this rod, this is the Suka 2 rod handle. I paired it up with an Abu Garcia Xenon X spinning reel, while the line on there is Berkley forward braid. And I've been extremely impressed with this line in the time that I've been able to use it. One of the key attributes to it is it's made in a manner that allows it to actually cast further. And the reason for that is the way they build it. Now, I can't give you the specifics behind what they do. I know they say it's built in a manner where it's like thermally fused and longitudinal, this and that. I don't even fully understand it, but the idea there is it doesn't break down like other braided line. So for instance, if you use other braided lines, generally what happens is you start seeing it start to fray. You'll see little pieces coming off of it, and that fraying really affects your casting distance. It creates friction as it goes through the guides on your rod, slows down the overall speed of the bait as it's going off your out from your rod, and therefore you lose casting distance. The other thing that happens is if you lose casting distance because of that friction, generally your casting accuracy is off as well. So this new Berkley forward braid, and it comes in 3 colors, this maintains its overall structure and shape better than other braids. And because of that, while you're using it, the braid doesn't really break down. So you maintain great casting distance and really good casting accuracy. So the 3 colors here, so there's just a white, there's a flame green, which to me is just like a high vis yellow. And then you've got just kind of your low vis green. This is the one that I'll be spooling up. This is the flame green color. They make it in a lot of different sizes. So they make it in a 4-pound test up to 17-pound test. The ones that I'll primarily be using are, I'm going to say 8 and 10 pound. That's kind of my go-to braid. But the key here is because it maintains that structure, you get better casting distance. And I also want to state the way it's built, the way it's actually put together, also increases your overall sensitivity. So where I've really seen it shine is fishing a lot of your light finesse baits. If you watch the channel on a regular basis, you see me fishing things like 1/32 ounce hover rigs, 16th ounce hair jigs, little tiny trout worms on little 64th ounce jig heads. Those are the types of things where you're going to really see an improvement in your overall casting distance and accuracy because of the fact that the line maintains its overall shape. It was one of those things when I first put it on, I was like, yeah, I like this a lot. as I kept using it, I really found myself enjoying it quite a bit to the point where it just casts so smooth. And that was one of the things I love about it. They also state on the box, that the diameter is a little bit smaller. And because it's a little bit smaller, that actually increases the sink rate of your bait or of the line, which helps you get your bait down deeper faster. That's really critical these days with respect to forward facing sonar because a lot of times those fish are moving and you're trying to make a cast to get your bait to and in front of that fish before that fish swims by it. And if you've got line that sinks a little bit faster, that just helps you, again, improve your overall accuracy and presentation for those fish. Uh, I've been very, very impressed with it. Like I said, 3 different colors, just so you guys can see all the boxes. If I can keep it all in my hands, it's such a mess down here. Uh, this is going to be a product I really do think you're going to hear quite a bit about, just based on my own experience with it over the past, like I said, 6 months roughly. Haven't had any issues with it breaking, haven't had any issues with it fraying. Now, having said that, I have not applied it in situations where I've really tried to abuse it. Now, remember, it only goes up to 17-pound test. If I'm looking to put my line through some really abusive situations, maybe I'm fishing milfoil, maybe if I'm fishing flipping wood. That's when I'm gonna go with like the Berkeley X5 and the X9 braid. The X9 is really good at coming through wood. The X5 I like. It's less strands. It woven together in a form that actually kind of allows you to like saw through grass. So if I'm looking for heavier braided line, the X5 and the X9, that's where I'm going to be going. But my spinning reels are going to be spooled up with the Berkeley Forward braid this year. And I'm excited to have it on all of them. When I was testing it, I only got sent a little bit. Now I've got a bunch of it that I'll be using. So check it out, guys. I'll put links in the video description if you're looking to try some new braided line. And otherwise, if you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Stay tuned. We'll have a new one coming out tomorrow.